A lot of pre-planning for the joint practices, obviously logistically for our football operations staff and some of our front office members to come out and check out the sites in terms of the practice sites that we're playing at, the hotel, just all the logistics that go around from really moving a football operation, coaching, some scouting, training room, equipment room from Allen Park to off-site in Napa. So it really starts once the preseason schedule comes out because the league kind of tells you who you're playing. And so once you get the preseason schedule, you kind of look at it and see if you can kind of work with the team and not. And so, we called out to Oakland and they had some interest in doing it. So it took a couple weeks to kind of get some final arrangements, but so far it's been productive.
Real good opportunity for us to go out and just, see somebody else. Different scheme, different players, different strengths and weaknesses from that standpoint, getting a good evaluation of our guys. And so this really gives us a good opportunity to just have a little bit of a different perspective in some of the things that we can do against an opponent in a very controlled manner. Try to get a little bit of rejuvenation here before we get going this week. So obviously with the flight today and all that, trying to get out, we're just trying to make sure we have enough rest to be in a really competitive situation here the next couple days. Guys got your swimsuits and your suntan lotion packed or what? Everybody ready to go?
For a trip like this, when everything might not be exactly how it is back at home, I think it gives the whole team organization from the top down to the players and the support staff, a really good practice at, what might happen during the season.
We have an opportunity to practice with these guys, and we have a really talented squad. We don't need to do anything different than what we've been doing. We just need to go do our job the best we can and carry that over into Oakland, into the practices and the game.
You kind of get to see a lot about where you are as a team, where you are as a player. It's nice not to have to, go up against your guys all the time. To be able to go up against somebody else, you can really use what you got and go out and have a lot of fun doing it.
Obviously, the Raiders have been unbelievably hospitable to us, pretty much just anything we need from that standpoint. So it's been great. Obviously, the fields are great, good space for us, and, just excited to get out there and get some work done today.
Hey, let's go. Big shot.
I'm hoping that today we just go out and execute really well. I think that's the biggest things for us. The consistency part of it is what we need to find. And when you go from, one step to the next and you're learning different parts of the offense or moving into different positions or asked to do different jobs, not only do you have to execute those and just make sure they're right, but you got to do them at a high level.
Once you get into training camp, you're about a week or 10 days in. Your own players are looking to go hit and compete against somebody else.
It was nice to get some other competition, going against some tackles, haven't been able to see, and some tight ends, so it's been a lot of fun.
Just getting used to seeing somebody new. We needed it as a team and as a defense, so we came out here and got great work.
Being able to go out and practice against somebody else, it kind of raises, the intensity a little bit, and everyone, at this level likes to be competitive.
You can definitely feel the juice and the energy, and anytime you get to all be on the same team, for the first time, you kind of start to build that camaraderie with each other and, rooting each other on, and, we get to root for the defense now, instead of, always going against them.
It ramps up even more because you're going against unfamiliar guys, and your goal is to, dominate them every day.
young players, I think it's important to be out there, number one. I think every time they miss a rep or miss a practice, it puts those guys behind in terms of their preparation for the season. You know, to get those reps, whether it's against your own people or against another team like in this setting, I think it really gives us a really good evaluation of the player. But, you know, as the training camp rolls on, there's going to be roster decisions that need to get made.
Like I said, the hospitality and to be able to plan this, it was really so easy just from a standpoint of, hey, what do you want to do here? What do you think about a couple team periods this? And let's try to get some individual work with this and see what happens and play some football. And it's been awesome.
I thought the teams did a great job showcasing professionalism and etiquette. I think we got a lot more out of these 2 days than we ever could have had we not done this.
It's kind of interesting trying to adapt different styles of practice. You know, everybody's kind of got their own pace, their own flow. Luckily, the 3 teams that we've gone against have been great and, you know, just helping us just get good work. That's what we're out here for. You know, we're out here to compete against other really good NFL football teams.
From my seat, you know, you work all year to try to improve the team, and then finally you get to actually put them out on a field against another team in their full uniforms and kind of see what we're going to look like.
You know, definitely exciting, and you know, this is all new for me, new team, new city. So, you know, I'm stoked for that, and you know, that first game to get rolling.
Put in the hard work, man. Go out there and ball, all right? Playmakers on 3. 1, 2, 3. Playmakers. Here we go. Wiggle. Go on to the left and wiggle.
Gentlemen, we are brothers today, and we are the only family we have right now. So we need to look each other in the eye and do whatever it takes to have each other's back and to go out there and play as one.
First time. You never get a second chance to make a first impression, baby. Let's go, baby. DB's on 3. 1, 2, 3. DB's.
About to get real quick. You already know what it is.
We are set to go with preseason game number 1 here in Oakland. So glad you're with us as we embark on 2018. Lions with a new head coach in Matt Patricia. Coming off a 9-win season a year ago and certainly hoping to improve on that in what is going to be a very tough NFC North division. First and goal for the Lions. They scrimmage from the Raider 1. Give us to Amir, hesitates, cuts back left, into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Nice run by Amir Abdullah.
It was the NFL. You know, you got to make a play when your number's called, and they did a good job on the backside, you know, cutting things off as we expect, and I just got to finish off my job. I want them to spike the ball, but they're very, very modest people. I'm going to have to work on them a little bit.
I'd have to look at the film to see how I did and everything and learn from them, but I'm just excited that I actually got the opportunity to play in the NFL, and it was pretty unreal.
It was weird at first getting out there, and you know, that time's here. You know, you go through the old draft, you go through those summer wishing for this moment, and then it comes upon you quick. You know, you get time to go perform. And that's something we work on every day. Driving your legs, staying low, running through arm tackles. I think as a running back, especially at this level of play, that's something you have to be able to do, and that's just something I focus on doing. Just when I get out there, it just kind of happens, and every running back knows that feeling.
I think Kerryon did a heck of a job going in, but he's a workhorse, man. So just to see him, do exactly what I see him do every day in practice, that was a highlight for me.
It was, a game where we had a lot of different things come up, which is good. We'll be able to teach a lot off of that, which you're trying to, get as many reps live of that as you can. So certainly the situational football will be something we got to go back and take a look at and improve on. Every opportunity we have to go out on the field and perform, we got to do it at a high level. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's practice or the game or we're going against another team or going against ourselves. So certainly we look at it from that standpoint. This was an opportunity for us to go out there and try to perform our best. We obviously got a long way to go. We're still in training camp. We're still in the mode where we're trying to teach. These guys are still trying to learn some of the different things that we're doing. So we'll progress with that more, and then obviously take that into the week.
I'm looking forward to hearing our crowd now. You know, it's one thing to be cheered against, another thing to be cheered for, so I'm looking forward to it.